accepting nominations for its Hall of Fame.
The honor highlights outstanding former employees and community volunteers. Our Chesterfield reporter Caroline Coburn is live with how you can nominate someone. Caroline.
Rob, Reva, good morning. You can nominate a teacher who made a difference in your student or your life, or even a classroom volunteer who helped out and went above and beyond. The goal is to highlight these awesome educators and assistants in the public school system here in Chesterfield County. I sat down with two former Hall of Famers, Donna Dalton and Joanne Crowell-Red, who were both inducted in 2024. Dalton worked for Chesterfield for 40 years, starting as a math specialist and working her way up to chief academic officer. Now, in order to be considered for the honor, you have to have worked for the school system for at least 7 years and have either retired or been away from CCPS for at least 5 years. But the biggest criteria is that you must have loved, encouraged, and inspired children to be successful.
You go into life with a purpose to become an educator, and the nomination for Hall of Fame just validated truly not only your life's purpose, but the purpose and work of the team around you, because it's not a solo effort in anything you do in Chesterfield. It's a team effort. And so to be nominated by your peers, that is one of the highest honors you can receive in Chesterfield.
Now, nominations for the Hall of Fame are open through the end of this month. We'll have a link at WTVR.com later this morning to submit. Stay with us, though. Coming up at 5:30, you're going to hear from Crowell-Red and why she says taking just a few minutes out of your day to submit a teacher or an assistant can make all of the difference. Rob, Reba.
All right, thanks, Caroline. Well, there is a spike in parking tickets across Richmond.
Yeah, Kristen has the story of what's changing for drivers.
Yes, so I spoke to officials who now say that they're considering a change to parking rules, and it could save you from getting fined. Right now, the city enforces a 30-foot parking restriction near stop signs. This rule recently led to a 280% increase in parking tickets across the city. Nearly 90% of those tickets were handed out in the 2nd District, which includes neighborhoods like The Fan or Scott's Addition. But now, Council Vice President Catherine Jordan is proposing a new ordinance to roll the restriction back to 20 feet instead. She says that this change will protect parking spots while keeping intersections safe.
There were some enraged callers who didn't understand why they were getting ticketed. There wasn't a sign there. Already people are not following this, and it's, I would say, more restrictive than what is really necessary here. We're not seeing accidents at this location.
The proposal also gives the Department of Public Works the power to increase the distance at specific intersections. Jordan says that the city would also add more signs and street markings, but transportation officials warn that the change could make intersections less safe. The City Council will hear the proposed ordinance in September. If passed, the new rules will take effect this fall.
All right, thanks, Kristen. Tonight, local police and neighbors are taking a bite out of crime. Neighborhoods across the city are getting ready for National Night Out, an annual event that brings neighbors and police together for food and fun.
Yeah, the idea is simple. Lock your doors, flip on your porch light, then head outside to meet your neighbors and local first responders. Block parties, cookouts, games are all part of the fun tonight while building stronger community connections. Police say it sends a clear message that these neighborhoods are watching out for one another.
Relax and have a good time. It's not a tense situation. It's a fun one. So I encourage everybody to come out and go online and see which party they want to attend.
Yeah, different neighborhoods will have various block parties and community or county events from late afternoon through the evening. In Chesterfield, for example, the Stonebridge Rec Center is one of the host parties where you can join in from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. or the Bensley Rec Center from 6 to 9 p.m.
In Henrico, one of their parties is a pool party. It's at Aberley Twin Hickory on the Gardens Drive from 5 to 7 p.m. or the cookout at Overlook at Brook Run starting at 2. Just be sure to look up your specific area for parties that are closest to your town.
We like parties. All right, let's go see Tom.
All right, good morning, you guys. We've got still some strong thunderstorms, heavy rainmakers to our south, and this would be probably from around central Chesterfield and southward. Look at how these are just kind of lingering, even growing a little bit at a time. Some of them are dissipating while others grow, but they do bring very heavy rainfall, so I'll keep an eye on these in case it does move northward into the city here over the next hour and a half or so, but bringing very heavy rain. We do expect redevelopment again this afternoon. Open up that window, please. This morning, it is Tuesday morning. It's a muggy one once again. Oh, look at that. Is that hazy in Morgantown, West Virginia from Cindy Woodcock? Cindy, what a hazy day. Yeah, I know Morgantown. Morgantown, West Virginia. I believe it's down there on the, or I should say up there, near the Ohio-West Virginia border there. So Cindy, thank you for sharing that beautiful view. Wow. Don't get to go to West Virginia very often. We appreciate it. Pics at WTVR.com. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Tom. A nightmare scenario in the Pacific Northwest. Look at this. Wildfires destroying hundreds of homes there. We have the latest on the fight to save families' homes.
You are watching CBS 6 this morning.
A man is now under arrest after tens of thousands of people lost their homes in 3 separate wildfires in Spokane, Washington.
Yeah, take a look at what some communities look like before the wildfires. Aaron Farinacci is now charged with setting at least one of those wildfires that destroyed the homes you see there. Extreme drought, wicked winds fueling those flames, leaving people with only minutes to run away from their homes. There are no reports of deaths so far, thank goodness. Firefighters hope to build a break before temperatures surge again later this week.
All right, 5:15, let's go to Tom now.
All right, good morning. Tracking some thunderstorms south of the city of Richmond through Chesterfield and southward this morning, Lunenburg, some of those areas. And there are some flood advisories. These are just saying, hey man, heavy rain, be advised. There could be some localized flooding in some of these areas. Your Lunenburg, that spot in Dinwiddie, and that area near Chester this morning. So some flood advisories will be in effect for the time being. And this is what we're tracking here. There's a very slow moving boundary kind of drifting through Virginia. And this time of year, they're slow, stationary fronts. You don't have real cold air to push anything along. But yeah, this is kind of lingering, developing. This is just around Chester. I'd call it maybe near Pocahontas State Parkway, or Park, there you go. Just south of 288, they're getting some very heavy rainfall, and this is where that flood advisory is. You can see Chester just to your north now breaking up a little bit, but just south of Winter Park, north of Chesdin there, through parts of Chesterfield County, most likely courthouse area, getting some of that heavy rain near Iron Bridge as well. That drifts southward into parts of Amelia County. Now the storms south of that are diminishing, which is good, but still seeing some rain in Lunenburg County and Nottoway County this morning, as well as that little area near Dinwiddie, just south of the city of Petersburg. These are kind of diminishing too here around Emporia and Greensville County. But right now, the ones in southern Chesterfield, I'll call it central and southern Chesterfield, are still cranking some pretty good rainfall along with some frequent lightning. So if you live in that area, it may be keeping you awake or may have awakened you early this morning. This is where that boundary is. Very slow moving cold front triggered some storms yesterday afternoon, and now as it kind of slows down, it's refiring some storms just south of the city this morning, and that'll get re-enhanced again anytime through the afternoon hours today. There's a look at the golf course. I was kind of looking through that area, although it does look westward into Powhatan. There we go. I was looking for a little lightning out there. You can see a little bit of a flash there. 74 degrees, cloudy skies at the airport. The dew point's up as well. Dew points in the 70s, temperatures in the 70s, so lots of humidity today. 84 afternoon storms redeveloping, some morning ones as well, and then some evening storms possible, otherwise mostly cloudy and quite humid. Excessive rainfall possible of any of these over the next couple of days, so just keep that in mind. And we'll see these refiring by this afternoon and evening as an area of low pressure kind of wraps into that. Again, those could produce some very heavy rainfall. We've got the chance for a few storms in still just about every day for the upcoming week ahead. Let's look at the 7-day forecast. Remaining quite humid. Temperatures will warm to that 90 range starting Thursday. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Tom. There are conflicting claims over peace talks between the United States and Iran. President Trump says that he called off military strikes over the weekend, claiming that Iranian leaders reached out to make a deal, but Iran denies that claim. U.S. officials also confirm no new negotiations are scheduled. The U.S. military continues to enforce a blockade in the Strait of Hormuz against Iran, but leaders are hoping to move Iranian cargo through Pakistani ports to get around that U.S. blockade. And the war with Iran still impacting our gas prices. AAA is reporting the national average still just over $4. Virginia's average is $3.91 a gallon, and here in Richmond, 1 gallon of gas around $3.95.
Rice University in Texas is making college more affordable for more students. The school is expanding its free tuition program in 2027. The Rice Investment Program will soon cover full tuition for more families. It would apply to students whose families make between $100,000 and $200,000 a year. The university says the number of students graduating with loan debt has already dropped from 26% to 12%.
For your positive start to your day, children of all abilities now have a brand new place to play in Petersburg.
The city just opened its first adaptive playground at Legends Park. The $300,000 project features wheelchair accessible equipment and soft turf. It also includes sensory tools to make different sounds.
City leaders say the goal here is to just give kids and adults with disabilities a safe place to have fun. Parents say the new park is a welcome sight.
Anything that they do to beautify Petersburg, to make it more inclusive, to make it more family friendly, I am such an advocate for.
By the way, this is the first time the playground has been remodeled since 1999. Crews will install new benches, picnic tables, and grills in the coming weeks, and the city also plans to add a splash pad to the park in early 2027.
Nice. Well, enjoying a country sunset from a unique perspective, we're going to tell you when you can float above Richland's Dairy Farm on a hot air balloon ride.
Welcome back. Turning to 524, hitting the roadways. I want to take a look at 4 different camera views from 511. Our top 2 camera views in downtown Richmond. 95 at Interstate 64, the ramp taking you to the Chaco Valley Bridge here, and the headlights moving towards us north of the James River Bridge. You don't see any water across the roadway. Here's the James River Bridge in and out of downtown Richmond. It's our bottom 2 camera views. We're closer to Chesterfield, 95 Ruffin Mill, 95 at Woods Edge Road, and Route 10, the Chester Hopewell exits. That's where we're seeing a lot of water on our roadways. This is a crash I'm now keeping an eye on. 511 reporting this, and you can see the activity. 95 northbound near Ruffin Mill. It looks like delays stretching back about a half mile. The north right lane, right shoulder remain closed, and you can see the delays here. This would be just behind the flashing lights that we're seeing on scene. It already looks like we have emergency crews that are there. 2 travel lanes to the left side of the roadway are getting by. This is what it looks like to have the radar on top of our roadways and some of those downpours that we were seeing here along Interstate 95 just before Route 10, the Chester Hopewell exit. Reba?
All right, thanks, Krista. This weekend, head out to Waynesboro for a sweet sunset experience.
Yeah, Richland's Dairy Farm hosting R&L ballooning for sunset hot air balloon rides. For $25 a person, you could climb in for a tethered ride. That means it doesn't really take off. It's just on a rope. And you can take in the sunset, though, over the acres of farmland. It's beautiful up there. Children 5 and under fly free. The balloons will be at the Dinwiddie Farm on Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m., weather permitting.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful.
So I've actually done that.
You've done that?
Tethered ride.
You've done that?
Yeah, it goes up however many feet you just said, and it's beautiful. I had the camera rolling the whole time. I had my people down so I could make sure, catch me if I need to jump or anything. But it was really fun. It was neat. I didn't think that I would have the guts to do it, but
you did it.
Yeah, but I did it. I did it.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Great milkshakes out there.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good. Well, the Goucher County Board of Supervisors meets today. Coming up, a look at some of the possible changes to penalties against pet owners.
Henrico County is adding speed cameras to protect local students in school zones. Where to expect those new additions? Next.
Good morning. Virginia will cast a ballot in today's primary election. I'll tell you why all eyes will be on Virginia's first congressional race this year.
It could be anybody, but most importantly, they're talking about the impact that you had on the students in Chesterfield.
Educators honored for their dedication to students, how you can influence the next pick for the Hall of Fame.
CBS 6 This Morning starts now.
Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, August 4th. I'm Reba Hollingsworth.
And I'm Rob Cardwell. Thanks for staying with us this morning. Before we get to your news of the day and a look at this morning's traffic, let's send it outside to Tom for a check on your forecast. This time yesterday, you were holding an umbrella, sir.
As in some areas should be yet this morning, about the southern half of Chesterfield County, probably around Beach Road and southward into parts of Amelia County this morning, getting some rain, getting some heavy rain in parts of central Chesterfield. Let's show you what's going on this morning. We've got a boundary that came through as a cold front slowly. Yesterday afternoon and evening, there were a few scattered thunderstorms. That boundary is now stalling out, and then we're seeing some firing showers and storms along that boundary. And as we've been saying, when you get dew points in the 70s, you can get very, very heavy rainfall. And some of those areas south of town are getting some heavy rainfall. Very slow movers. They are sort of dissipating, especially the ones that were south of the Chester area this morning, starting to weaken a little bit. But that one in central Chesterfield still pretty strong at this point. Excuse me. Low to mid 70s this morning temperature-wise. The dew point's about the same, so still a very, very humid environment this morning that we're dealing with. And as far as our forecast goes, today we'll have some morning storms that we have south of town currently, and some afternoon storms will refire. Very humid today, 84, but just muggy, and heavy rain, of course, possible with just about any storm that forms over the next several days. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, Tom. Voters in 5 states across the nation are heading to the polls today to vote in primary elections. Eyes are on Kansas, Missouri, Michigan, Washington, and right here in Virginia to decide candidates for Congress. And that vote will set the stage for November's midterms here in the Commonwealth.
Yeah, Democrats and Republicans are battling for control of Congress. Brendan King joins us live this morning with a look at some of the nation's biggest races in our area.
This morning, I'm standing at Virginia's 1st Congressional District. We're at Glen Allen High School. Our CBS 6 political analyst, Dr. Bob Holsworth, says this year, this is the race to watch. He says Democrats see Republican incumbent Rob Wittman as vulnerable this November.
The Democrats are going to target this race, even though Wittman won very handily the last time he ran. The Democrats believe that because Abigail Spanberger carried this district by 2 points, it's a possible pickup for them.
Wittman has spent 18 years in Congress. He's running unopposed. 7 Democrats are vying for their nomination today, including Henrico Commonwealth's attorney Shannon Taylor, who Dr. Bob called the establishment candidate with the most high-profile endorsements. Other names I've seen mentioned on social media with support, and they include Salam Badi, a public interest lawyer, and Erica Kopp, who describes herself as unapologetically progressive Democrat.
This is going to be a very tough race. It's going to be highly contested, and my guess is that it's going to be one of the most expensive races in America.
Polls open here at 6 a.m. The doors close at 7 across Virginia. Remember your ID, and this is important. If you are in line by 7 p.m., you are still allowed to stay in line and vote. In Henrico County, I'm Brendan King, CBS 6 News.
All right, thanks, Brendan. The reward for information on the Sussex dog killer has increased thousands of dollars.
Yeah, what was initially $2,500 has now been raised to $7,500. We do have a warning, though. This story is a little hard to hear. Sierra, an 8-year-old Doberman Pinscher, escaped from her home on the 4th of July because she was a little skittish around fireworks. Well, sadly, 2 days later, she was found in a trash bag on the side of the road near the Wakefield Airport. The
Richmond Animal Care and Control created the Tummy Fund to raise the award, that is. If you would like to contribute, you can head to our website at WTVR.com. The Virginia Department of Corrections is making changes at the Greensville Correctional Center after 4 inmates died in July. Leaders say 2 inmates died by apparent suicide. Another inmate died from an alleged beating, and 1 died from natural causes. To improve safety, the state is bringing in extra officers from other facilities. Officials also closed 2 buildings and moved some inmates to other prisons.
Well, the state is stepping in after a major safety concern at the youth psychiatric facility in Goochland County. The Virginia Department of Behavioral Health is now stationed on site here at Hallmark Youth Care. And this comes after over a dozen teens ran away from that facility in July. Former employees and parents have been begging the state to take action.
The state licensing agency, I would say things are going on that you do not know about, and something needs to be done. A major investigation needs to be conducted.
Several leadership members have been removed from Hallmark and replaced with a temporary third-party operator to oversee the facility. All the children in foster care have been moved out. The state is also helping parents transfer their children to safer places or bring them back home. Hallmark is now reducing the number of youth patients allowed at the facility while adding new safety measures. The investigation remains ongoing. Well, it's 5:35 right now. Back to school is quickly approaching, and Chesterfield County Public Schools wants to recognize people who help students succeed.
The district is accepting nominations for its Teacher Hall of Fame. Chesterfield reporter Caroline Coburn connected with two current Hall of Famers and joins us live to share why it's so important for the next generation of teachers. Caroline.
Rob Reba, good morning. The two Hall of Famers I spoke with shared that this is one of the biggest honors you can receive in Chesterfield. And all it takes is you thinking about that teacher or assistant who made a difference in you or your child's life and filling out an online form that can make a huge difference in their life. I sat down with two former Hall of Famers, as I mentioned, Donna Dalton and Joanne Crowell-Redd, who were both inducted in 2024. Crowell-Redd worked for Chesterfield for 26 years, starting her career as a classroom teacher and ending it as principal of Ecoff Elementary. Since 2022, 36 people have been inducted into the Hall of Fame, and Crowell-Redd says hearing the words written about her in the nomination helped her realize how big of an impact she made during her career.
I think people need to see that they made a contribution, that their work was so impactful that somebody saw it, they remembered, they were blessed from it, they grew from it, and that's what real strong educators do. You help others to be better, but it's all about confidence as well. And I think that this Hall of Fame, it just really does give you, it doesn't give you a big head, it gives you just the confidence and the knowing that you made that difference.
Now, to qualify for the Hall of Fame, you have to have worked for Chesterfield County for 7 years and either been retired or away from the school system for 5 years. You have until the end of this month to submit a form online with a nomination. We'll have that link at WTVR.com. Rob Reba.
Thanks, Caroline. If you're in Chesterfield and have a story for Caroline, you can reach her at caroline.colburn@WTVR.com.
Well, speaking of back to school, some children's safety will be top of mind as you drop off your students.
Henrico County is adding speed cameras to several school zones to keep students safe this school year. Police will install the cameras at all 9 high schools and 2 middle schools by the end of the year. Drivers going 10 miles per hour over the speed limit during school hours will get a ticket.
Official enforcement begins early next year after a 30-day warning period. County leaders are still deciding exactly how much those fines will be, though.
All right, 5:37, let's go to Krista now.
All right, let's take a look outside through Chesterfield here. Just a little while ago, we were seeing some of those downpours, as Tom had mentioned, and we're seeing some problems out on our roadways now. So a lot of water out there causing this crash, Interstate 95 northbound near Ruffin Mill Road. So Colonial Heights through Chesterfield this morning, the north right lane, right shoulder remain closed. You can see not only VDOT crews that are there, any red, blue flashing lights would be Virginia State Police. So staying to the left side of the roadway, as that far right side of the roadway will be closed for crash cleanup. I'd say delays stretch back about a mile or so. If we're here at mile marker about 59, you can see some of those brake lights on the camera view just before this, a little closer to the Woods Edge entrance and exit ramps. So slight tap of the brakes and you can see those delays making your way heading up towards Route 10. This is what delays look like in real-time traffic here. So stretching back to about that Ruffin Mill Road exit, putting that radar on top of the roadway so you could see where your commute would be wet this morning. Of course, Tom has more information on that, but it looks like a good portion of Interstate 95, Route 288, Route 10 here, Iron Bridge Road. Rob, Reba.
All right, thanks. Goochland County could change how it punishes some rules about animals starting today. A new ordinance changes certain violations from misdemeanors to civil penalties. So that proposal will decriminalize offenses like failing to vaccinate or license your pet, and it replaces that punishment with a $25 fine. The new rules would also allow animal control to immediately ticket owners of loose livestock. Now, this is all included in the agenda for today's Board of Supervisors meeting set for 3 p.m.
If you are looking for a new friend to keep you company, a local cat adoption is reopening after a recent health scare. The Stafford County Animal Shelter had quarantined the area for 2 weeks after a potential exposure of a feline virus. None of the cats developed any symptoms or tested positive. Now the shelter is ready to welcome back visitors. The facility opens today at 11 a.m.
All right, some of you are getting rain right now. Here's Tom.
Yeah, about the southern half of Chesterfield, down through parts of Dinwiddie, Amelia County, and south of that, seeing some heavy rain. This right here is the strongest area. We can see right around Pocahontas State Park, right through the town of Chester there, and it extends back into northern Amelia County, picks up again around and south of the city of Petersburg. Very just slow-moving storms. We've got a stationary boundary just kind of parking in this area this morning, so producing some very heavy rainfall. I'm not seeing quite as much lightning as I have been out of these, so that could be a sign that it's weakening a little bit. The ones south of these have weakened a bit, so we'll see, but nonetheless very heavy rainfall in this area this morning. All right, let's open up that window quickly here. Especially if you live down there, you don't want to open the window. Up here you can. Simple sunrise from Brian Cole. And Brian, that is a beautiful, simple sunrise with a little barn there, some trees, green meadow looking grass, just lovely and simple and beautiful, just the same. I love it, Brian. Good work. Thanks for sending that in. Pics at WTVR.com. Reba, Rob, back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Tom. Small business owners are speaking out against legislation that could wipe out hemp products. Coming up, what they are asking lawmakers to do instead.
Also, leaders in artificial intelligence will meet at the White House today. How lawmakers are trying to protect your privacy. Welcome back. Coming up on 5:45 right now, hemp business owners and supporters in North Carolina are asking state lawmakers to reject a proposal to ban certain hemp products. The House bill was approved by the state Senate last month, bringing similar rules as proposed federal regulations, but business owners say that legislation could hurt the industry and